through why I haven't been on live. But first of all, before I go on the story, do y'all think the Braxton family kind of weird? Did y'all used to think back in the day when Toni was a singer that they like had it all together? They was like this tight knit family raised in church, and their father was a pastor. Didn't y'all think that? I always thought the Braxtons was like, just like I thought about the Kardashians. And then as life went on and their stories started to be told more and more and more, I started realizing they're very, very dysfunctional. What do y'all think about the Braxtons? That's what I want to know. What do y'all think about the Braxtons? Something is mentally going on, and I think I know what it is. I'm going to give y'all my personal opinion. I think I know what it is because it happens in a lot of families. It happened in my family. So not my brothers and sisters, but a relative. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm starting to believe about the Braxton family. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'll give y'all some shout outs in a minute. But this is what I'm starting to believe about the Braxton family. I think that it's a lot of incest going on. Now this is just my personal opinion. If they come after me on my personal opinion, that's okay. I believe there's a lot of incest going on in that family. And I believe there's a lot of secrets going on in that family. They want them to be quiet because it's going to make Michael Sr. and Miss Evelyn look bad. So let's go back to when they were younger. Michael Sr. and Miss Evelyn had 5 girls and 1 boy. Just like the Kardashians. And Michael, to me, just seemed a little off. He seemed a little creepy. And I was always wondering why he don't never say nothing. And at first they had us thinking that Michael don't like the stardom. So he didn't want no involvement. But I'm like, you know how you got that creepy uncle that always in the closet and he come out and look at your friends? That's what Michael remind me of. He that creepy big brother that used to try to touch people's friends. I'm just going to be real right now. So Tamar came out a few years back and said she was molested. And she said the person was a family member. And she said the person was related on both sides of the family. So I had to put on my thinking cap. I said, the person is on her mama's side and her daddy's side. Now, the only way that can be possible if the mama and daddy family members got married or with some incest or some. I'm like, how can that be? Who can be related, double related to Tamar? Her brother. That's her daddy's son and that's her mother's son. So I started putting together, did Michael touch Tamar? Because she hardly ever say anything about her brother. He's very strange. And she's giving us little pieces and bits about her life and what happened to her. So I'm starting to believe it was her brother, Michael. Okay, nobody really got too deep into it because Tamar didn't get too deep into it. And then Trina ended up being an alcoholic. She started drinking a lot. And I'm like, why is Trina drinking so much? Isn't she a church girl? So I'm starting thinking, what's going on with this family? Trina met Gabe. Gabe was a Hispanic guy, and she had 2 children by Gabe. And he seemed a little off too. I'm like, he don't seem like somebody Trina would be interested in. So she pouring her sorrows out in a bottle, drinking and driving tickets and going to jail, embarrassing the family. And Miss Evelyn, she seemed like she a firm mother that would snatch your soul out. But when it comes to stuff like that with her kids, it's like she hush-hush. Have y'all noticed that? She don't address the things she should address. And it seemed like she's just going along with her daughters for a free ride. Because she ain't getting no money no more because Michael Sr. ran off with her best friend. I found out that was her best friend. I found out Michael Sr. ran off with Miss Evelyn's best friend. What kind of bull crap in this family is going on? And don't forget, Michael Sr. is a pastor of a church. I call his wife Sister Sarah with the orthopedic shoes on because she's so plain Jane, but that's Miss Evelyn's best friend, girl. Yeah, that's her best friend. So I guess it's just no pride, no self-respect in the church no more. You see what you want and you just go for it. You can't trust your friend, nobody around your man. I've been telling y'all that. Y'all don't want to listen to me. But anyway, let's get back to the Braxtons. So I noticed something was wrong with Trina. We definitely know something wrong with Tamar. And I always thought Towanda was like the intelligent one, the smart one, the one of reasoning, right? Her and Traci. But come to find out, Towanda didn't shave her head off. She looked like the Grammy statue or the whatever that statue was bald head looking like Jada Pinkett. And first Tamar did it. And I'm like, are they acting like the Charlie Manson girls or do they got alopecia? I mean, what's going on with these people? Is it like for attention? Is it a stunt? I'm starting to think it's a stunt for the show. I'm starting to think they telling those girls to do drastic stuff to get drastic measures, just like Diddy did with Cassie. We told her to shave off the side of her head to get attention. I'm thinking that they making these girls do stuff like that to keep it going, so we can. What's going on? Why she do that? Why they want us to keep guessing? But it got to be some mental issues going on for them to do this. Because I'm sure the Braxtons got to have a nice little penny, right? They've been out all their life. They've been famous like all their life due to Toni. I'm going to get to Toni in a minute. Let's go to, I just talked about Tamar, Trina, Towanda. Let's talk about Traci. Come to find out, Traci, to me, this is only my personal opinion, is the only one who had common sense in that whole entire family. Traci is the one. I'm starting to believe this, y'all. Have y'all ever getting pregnant to get away from home? I believe Traci got pregnant just, and I believe Kevin saved her. That's why she was with him so long. And that's why she ran off, gained the weight. She wasn't petite like the rest of her sisters. She had Kevin Jr. She had her own house. She lived like a regular lifestyle. I was envious of her because they didn't have what Traci had in her to get away. I'm really believing Traci knew what was going on in that family. That's why she was quick to jump. Traci was the one sick. But I'm starting to believe Traci knew all the family secrets and she kind of kept her distance. But because her dad was the pastor of a church and Miss Evelyn was the first lady, she didn't want her family to look bad. So she never really said nothing in check and pretty much away from her house. And quiet as kept. If the truth really come out and they let Kevin Sr. talk, he'd tell a lot of the stuff because trust and believe Traci didn't pillow talk and told Kevin a lot of stuff she went through as a kid. And I think he'd been with Traci since she was a teenager, if I'm not mistaken. I think they met when she was really, really young. He know their secrets. Why do y'all think they hate Kevin Sr.? And why do y'all think when Traci was alive, they wasn't hating that man like that? Because Traci made sure her husband stayed shh. But now Traci's gone, they afraid he might say something because maybe he'll get another wife and maybe he'll sell his story to the tabloids and maybe somebody will want to hear what he know, so they're afraid to have him speak out. That's why they're very limited with his son, because they don't know what the son know. They know he know about his mama though. I'm just gonna be all the way 100 with y'all how I feel about these Braxtons. I believe it was a lot of incest going on in that home, including the daddy. And I tried not to put Michael Sr. in it because he's a pastor. But the more I look at this story, the more it feels like he could have been touching his kids too. Don't put none past daddies. Don't put none past pastors. And I'm not saying he is. I'm saying this is what it could look like. And maybe that's why Miss Evelyn was always so angry. I don't know if y'all watched the Tyler Perry movie when the one that played Brandy on A Thin Line, Love and Hate. Remember her daughter was getting married to Blair Underwood. He was beating her. Remember the oldest daughter cried out to her mom and said, "You knew what he was doing to me." And she told her daughter, "You was our way out." Y'all would be totally surprised how many mothers will sell their kids to the man they sleeping with themselves. If that's, or to keep a man, if that's what he want, to stay in a house, they have their daughters or their daughter or their sons sleep with that person. It's some sick people in this world. So I'm starting to really realize the reason Tamar messed up mentally, because she's the baby. And she know all the secrets. She's seeing stuff. And I think by the time it really got to Tamar, her brother was touching her. But I don't think her daddy did. You know what I'm saying? I think her daddy has something to do with the older girls. She gonna hate me for this video, and she might come at me, but all this is alleged, and this is just my personal opinion. It's not facts. I'm just a bystander looking from the outside, looking in, because I'm gonna give y'all a story time in a minute about why I feel this way, because it comes from my family. Okay? So, their niece Ashley. Where was Ashley through all the episodes before? Never said nothing. Not a word. We ain't heard nothing about Ashley besides her sister died. And I forgot how her sister died, but Michael had 2 daughters. This story is so crazy with Michael and his daughters and his ex-wife. I'm going to tell y'all what I feel about that. He had 2 daughters. Ashley is the one that's on the episodes now. She's coming out saying that Trina's husband allegedly propositioned her several times. They exchanged numbers because Uncle Gabe would pick her up and, I'm going to see your uncle to get you for the weekend. I'm going to tell y'all a story about my family in a minute about that mess. Y'all better wake up. I'm going to have my Uncle Gabe come get you. And when Uncle Gabe went over there to get her, he was propositioning her. Talking about her lips and she thighs and she's pretty. She claimed they never had no encounters. But this is why Trina mad. And I don't know what y'all would think about this. Your niece, at the age of 16, was propositioned by your husband, and she never said nothing. She waited until he died to say, well, he never touched me, but he came on to me, he did this, this, and this, and this. And then it had some text messages that she kept, and she was kind of flirting back. But they said that she get a pass because she's 16. Let me tell you something. At 16, you know better. I don't believe, I'm just going to be personal. I don't believe Ashley was afraid of Gabe. So she don't have no reason not to tell. Because she's not even afraid of her daddy. So I don't believe she was afraid of him. And I don't know if y'all know about people that would do stuff like that. It's a couple podcasters saying, I'm tired of people calling these girls fast-tail ass girls. It's a lot of them out there. I want y'all to be for real. It's a lot of fast-tail little girls that will sleep with your husband. And your husband ain't shit. He don't get no pass. But it's a lot of women, little girls, that will even come on to your husband. Because the world we live in now, especially nowadays, y'all, the world we live in now, the internet, OnlyFans, popping your butt, being naked, BBLs, these girls think that it's okay to come on to somebody's husband and get a little money. Especially just say you got your niece in your house and your husband take good care of you financially. She come over auntie house, auntie living good, they traveling, her husband fine, he an older distinguished gentleman. Them young girls will talk to your husband. Family or not. I'm telling you what I know to be real. It's up to your husband to be faithful to you and say, listen, you better get your niece. You better get your cousin. And a lot of men don't. They go for the okie doke, the banana in the tailpipe, and it's how they get caught up. Because Niecy Pooh is cute and young. But it take a real man to tell you, your niece tripping. Look at these messages. And it happens. I know a guy, and I ain't going to go too far off this story. I know a guy whose wife cousin came to visit, just like Soul Food. These movies be real. Came to visit her favorite cousin. I want you to meet my favorite cousin. They was having X upstairs, him and his wife. And I guess they was a little loud and cousin could hear him. So when he came downstairs, his wife went and got in the shower. He told me this himself, y'all. This came from the husband's mouth. He went downstairs to get something to drink for the both of them and make them a sandwich. And the cousin was laying on the bed, on the couch, the sofa, playing with herself. Right in front of you. So he looked. He said he went to the kitchen. He looked like, does she know I see her? And you know what she said? Do you want to join me? This fool sat down the drinks in the sandwich and went in there and had X with his wife's favorite cousin on the sofa while his wife was in the shower. Before he even wiped off his private part, he went inside her cousin with no condom. Fixed the drinks, got the food, went upstairs, and laid out with his wife. His wife didn't know for years. He finally got mad and told her about her cousin because the cousin tried to keep up chaos. So he finally told her about her cousin. So don't tell me what a woman won't do. You know, I'm sick of people always making these women the victims. Trust me, the men ain't shit, y'all. I ain't talking about the men. The men ain't shit. Come on now. A man gonna be a man unless he a strong kind of man. But it takes these women to proposition these men or make a man feel like he comfortable enough to say something. And if he try it, it takes a certain kind of female to expose his ass or cuss his ass out on the spot. Do you know how many ex-boyfriends I had and their friends and cut into me? And I never told you know what I did. I cussed that sapsucker out so bad, he probably was scared to proposition anybody. He probably scared to ask his girlfriend for some X. Not only cussed him out, and I said, nigga, if you ever come back to my house again. I don't play that mess. But it takes a certain kind of woman. I wish I would let somebody proposition me and I hold it for years. What are you afraid of? Or your auntie ain't gonna talk to you no more. Trina ain't talking to you now. So you might as well have told back then. You know what I'm saying? Trina mad about it now. You know why Trina mad, y'all? Trina's mad because she know it's true. That's why Trina mad. Trina is mad because her little niecey is pretty. And just the thought of my man liking her, I can't stand that B. I promise you. Because Gabe is gone. You're remarried. Why the hell you ain't embracing your niece and apologizing? Because you're jealous. You hate the fact that Gabe even looked at Ashley. So you're still mad about that shit, Trina. Let's be real. Because you know why? You know Gabe done did it before. We just don't know. But I know if he did it once, he did it before. Gabe was a whore anyway. He was sleeping with everybody, including probably her friends and cousins. She know what her ex-husband capabilities were. She's just mad. Because now in her mind, like in my mind, probably in some of y'all minds, did you do it? Because Gabe ain't here to tell it. Did you sleep with him? You know, I don't believe you telling the whole story. You know, sometimes you gotta be like, why you wait till he died? Now all of a sudden you out here and you ready to tell your story. Let me tell y'all about a victim. And this is what y'all get mad at me about. Then you be victimizing. No. Victims move a certain way. Victims don't get on national TV and tell details about what happened to them. They so ashamed, they so hurt, they so embarrassed that they sometimes take it to Jesus and leave it there. Victims can't even talk without crying. Ashley sitting there putting on her makeup, making a whole video, talking about her whole family like it's nothing. So it makes me think, is she telling the truth? Because that ain't how victims act. I've been around real victims. And not only that, just say she is strong enough to tell it now. A victim that they overcame and healed, guess what they do? They're mad now. So she would have been cussing Trina ass out. Let me tell you something. B, you my auntie, but since you don't want to believe me, let me tell you about your man. See, she would be mad about it. She wouldn't be following Auntie Tamar and getting on no damn sitcom show or whatever you call a damn show. And my auntie don't talk to me anymore. No, I don't believe that. Victims don't move that way. Because if I'm a victim and I'm telling my auntie what your husband did to me and you telling me I'm a lie, we going to blows. Auntie or not. You gonna tell me this fool didn't do this and that and this and it took me this long to tell my story and you gonna look at my face and tell me I'm lying? Okay, auntie, now you really ain't finna talk to me because we finna go down through there now. So I don't believe a lot of this shit that's being told. I don't know if they doing it for a storyline. I don't know, but it sounds like a fairy tale story time. And then my uncle, and then my auntie, just like what I do every day, I tell stories. And she ain't cried. She's having broke down. I don't know if she first told the story. Then she's telling the story over and over and over, Cassie. That's why some of these women, I just cannot, no, I can't stomach it because y'all making it bad for the real victims. Don't come out here with no fairy tale ass stupid shit for some money or just to be noticed. So let's go back to Michael, the brother. I don't care what Tamar say. I believe Michael was the one that touched her. Somebody on both sides of my family that touched me, that's my brother or my sister. I remember we was in a drive-thru at Burger King one time. I was with a guy. And this white guy ran up to the side of my window in distress, banging on the window. He said, please, please help me. And I'm like, what's wrong? He says, somebody's after me. I said, who? He said, somebody in my family that knows my mom. I said, huh? Somebody in your family that knows your mom and hurt you. Your brother? I mean, who is? I mean, so we called the police and they helped him. But I'm saying that's something what Tamar said. Somebody on both sides of my family. Who? Your brother? Your sister? Because y'all know she got sisters too. You know sisters can molest you too. Could it be Toni? Did I say that? We automatically thinking it's a man. Tamar got 4 sisters. And she always mad at them. Can one of her sisters have touched her? Y'all seen Krishan Rock say her sister was molesting her? So we don't know if it's Michael. It could be Toni. It could be Trina. It could have been Traci. It could have been Towanda. I'm just being real. Just because you've been craped don't mean it's by the opposite sex. You can be craped by the same sex. Maybe that's why Tamar so mad. Maybe that's why she want to outdo Toni so bad. I'm just saying. I have an investigator mind. I do critical thinking. I had to learn that in college. You got to critical think. Everybody is a suspect until the truth come out. That's just how the law works. Everybody is suspect until the truth come out. If a man or wife, if a wife come up missing, who is the first suspect? The husband, until they can say, nah, he ain't do it. But until then, he's the main suspect. The ones closer to you are the ones who hurt you first. So, Michael, let me tell y'all about Michael. Weirdo ass Michael. That man is so creepy. He got the Mr. Magoo glasses on. He looked like he a little nerd. I want to see those girls' mother because he married this woman, right? Now, y'all gotta remember they was raised in church. He married his daughter's mom. Come to find out, he was beating the dog shit out that woman. He was doing her so horrible that she divorced him. Check this out, y'all. I have never in all my life heard this. This family's so messed up. She divorced Michael Jr. and took her name off her own kids' birth certificate. Have you ever heard in all your life something so ridiculous? I didn't even think that was possible. She removed her name off those girls' birth certificate and gave him full custody and said, I don't want no parts of them kids on your ass. She went off and got remarried and had more kids. We don't hear from this lady. She don't tell her story. She just wiped her hands from the Braxton and she took off. Let me tell you what I think about that. My own personal opinion. I think that could have been an arranged marriage. Maybe, just maybe, she was forced to marry Michael because she got pregnant. But did she get pregnant on her own free will? Was she craved by him? Because she sure hate them kids. It ain't making sense. Who hate their kids? And if you go leave, you normally take your kids with you. And then if you just don't want kids no more, she remarried with more kids and she raised those kids with no problem. So it ain't adding up. Are those crate babies? Was she forced? Because you know most people that get crate, they hate the kids. I'm just telling y'all what I think about what's going on. So Michael had to raise his daughters, right? He got remarried, allegedly to a white woman. Okay? She was extremely mean to those kids. She would call them the N-word. She would slap them. She would pinch them. She would just be so mean, barely feed them. They'd tell their dad when the dad come home, he'll beat them and whoop them, allegedly, from Ashley's story. So, do anybody know how Ashley's sister passed? Because they went through so much. I want to know how she passed. Did she commit suicide? I mean, what happened to her? Well, Ashley couldn't wait to leave. When she left. She went all the way to Paris. And she stayed there almost 5 years. Then she went to Europe by herself, a young girl. She didn't even want to be in the same country with these people. She overdosed. Oh, wow. You know why I think that happened? I'm going to tell you, I kind of have something I just went through on Monday. Not personally, with a friend. She was so tired. See, that's what you call a victim. Now, was the daddy touching them too? Ashley, tell the truth, darling. Was your daddy touching you? Because you know what Michael then did, right? Since she been on the Braxton show. Michael then picked up the phone and called Ashley and said, hey, you skating on thin ice, baby girl. You on thin ice. You say anything else, I'm going to sue you. Her own daddy is threatening to sue her. Now, if these your daughters that you raise, that you love, telling that her uncle tried to touch her and telling all kind of stuff within the family, why you want to sue, daddy? Shouldn't you be over there cussing out your sister Trina? I used to let my daughter come over here and then such and such and such was trying to touch my daughter. Wouldn't that be the time to speak out and cuss people out? Michael, I don't believe you can do that because they got secrets on your ass. That's why I don't think you can check nobody. You probably touched Trina. That's why Trina was drinking so bad. Now, Trina was drinking an alcoholic and your daughter OD'd. Up in the Braxton family, these church people, who daddy is a pastor and mama was a first lady, you know they say preacher kids are the worst kids, right? So here we have Toni, the chosen one. Toni barely say anything. But Toni got mad that she felt like Tamar was using Ashley for numbers. And Tamar pretty much said, y'all messing up my money. Tamar is such a victim, y'all, that she used people. She dogged people. She hurt people. I believe Tamar, if y'all want to know what a victim look like, Tamar Braxton. That's a victim. You know why? Because she's spazzing out. She want everybody around her to be mad. She want everybody to hurt. She unapologetic because she's so mad that nobody protected her. So she always coming up with these scams to hurt somebody to get over because she been through that. That's a victim. Victims don't normally know they're doing stuff wrong to other people. They just want blood. They just want somebody to hurt like they hurting. That's why Tamar drinks sometimes. She turn around and she gonna be deep in the church again. And then she jump man to man to man trying to hide her misery. She can't keep a job. She can't keep no friends because she never got healing. She never was delivered from those demons that's within inside of her. So she put them demons on other people. That's a victim. Have y'all ever heard Tamar get on national TV? As much as Tamar like to talk and put on her makeup and lie about her teeth coming out and all kind of knocked out, have y'all ever heard her get on there and say, when I was 13, my brother, no. When I was 13, my cousin touched me. No, she don't talk about it. Victims don't talk about it, especially on live, on the TV for everybody to see. Tamar is a true victim. I believe Trina is a true victim. I believe all those girls been victimized. Miss Evelyn, I have a question. Is that why you left Michael? Was he touching your kids? And you were just so embarrassed and mad because you the first lady, you didn't want to be, you just didn't want to look bad. And you didn't want to lose your lifestyle. Because some women stay because of the things they have. And then all of a sudden, your friend came along and started telling him everything that you told her, all the secrets. And then Michael Sr. said, you used to bully him too. Miss Evelyn is like the senior Tamar. She used to bully her husband. She used to treat Michael bad. She still do. She ain't even been in the room with Michael. A woman of God who always talking about she praying, hate his guts. Now, do you hate him just because he ran off with your friend? Or did he run off with your friend and do something else? Because you should be over that friend shit by now. You shouldn't even care. She can't even be in the same room with them. She didn't even want him to attend weddings of their kids. This is how much she hates this man. And it's like, that go a little deeper than that girlfriend of yours. Now, come on. It's something else up in there. That's what I'm thinking. The bottom line, y'all, the Braxton have some serious hidden secrets. And I believe Michael is like the corporate. He is the one that was in a house with a bunch of girls. And the mom and dad don't even talk about Michael. Y'all notice that? They don't even mention him. I think he just the little secret of the family, and they don't deal with him because, don't tell nobody about your brother. Your brother been going through a lot, and then it's gonna make us look bad as your parents. They gonna think we didn't like Michael up, so we just gonna leave that alone. We gonna take it to Jesus, and we gonna pray. That's what a lot of people go to church do. Y'all know that old saying, what happens in this family stays in this family. Don't y'all go telling nobody about my house. Can't y'all see Miss Evelyn saying that? Miss Cute Miss Evelyn. And she stayed real close to Tamar. Because they so much alike. The rest of the family barely wanted to do anything. Toni got mad because they wouldn't help take care of her. But she loves to be at Tamar's house. You know what I'm saying? It's something about Miss Evelyn that made Michael Sr. run. I don't know if he touched the kids or maybe, I'm just giving y'all some theories. Maybe since he was a pastor and he had all them kids by Miss Evelyn and he found out about Michael. And you know how mamas are about their sons, especially their number one son. They got one son. And maybe he wanted to do something to Michael. And Miss Evelyn took up for Michael. Maybe that's why he left. It's a lot of little theories going on. And then he didn't just leave. He left with her friend. Come on, girl. The whole family is messed up, y'all. Toni just was running around with Birdman. Birdman. Toni Braxton. Beautiful Toni Braxton. What you doing with Birdman? Birdman allegedly was on that shit. They didn't show him in concert falling asleep. Dozing off, just on that shit, that ooh-wee. Birdman allegedly liked men. She heard them rumors. Birdman allegedly took money from his artists, like Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj. He took stuff from them. So he's not a credible person. He's a bad person. And Toni Braxton was engaged to him. And then they said they only stayed engaged. They dated for like 10 years and they stayed engaged for a short time. Allegedly got married. I don't know how true that is. And then she wanted a divorce and she won like $100 million. Not Miss Church Girl. They grew up in church. Daddy a pastor. How you want all that money? You barely was married to him. Shit, for a few minutes. Was that your whole motive? To get his money? But your kid's daddy, is his name 6ix9ine? Your kid's daddy dogged you out, Toni. You was taking care of him. That's how you went bankrupt. Taking care of your kid's father. Do y'all see how messed up these girls are? These are beautiful black women. And men just dog walking them. Trina didn't want to marry somebody's grandpa. He looked like a pedo. He got mad because he said she was grieving too long over Gabe. And it's like, the man is dead. You jealous of a dead man? Some people be like that, though. He is jealous of a dead man. I am drinking pineapple juice because I had some perch the other day. And this is a secret. An old woman, one of my followers gave it to me. Because y'all know I like to smell and taste good. I said, man, I got to go to the doctor because I'm smelling. I don't like smelling nothing. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, I only ate some perch. She said, baby, that's what it is. What goes in comes out. I'm like, what? If you like me, if you eat perch is the only fish do this to me. If you eat perch, you will smell like perch. For like a week. No matter what you use. Unless you drink this. She said, baby, let me tell you what you do. Every time you eat some perch, get you some pineapple juice. You gonna smell and taste like pineapples. So that's my second can. Because I love me some perch. But I'm gonna stop eating perch because I can't be, no. I might not be around no pineapple juice and I'd be in trouble. Hell no. But anyway, y'all. I don't know what y'all think about the Braxtons, but that's what I think about the Braxtons. And I think Tamar is allowing her niece, Ashley, to tell her story because that's the story Tamar been wanting to tell for so long. Do y'all get me? I believe Tamar want to tell her story so bad that she let the story be told through her niece. That's why she gave her a platform. I don't even think it's all about money with Tamar. I think Tamar really is itching to tell her family secrets. So let me let my niece Ashley tell it. And they falling out with her. I think Toni made a threat. They was about to fight or something. I ain't watching the episode. I said I want to watch the mess. Because I can tell you, I can read right through them. They too angry. And Towanda ended up being like a villain. She like the Joker. She just been, man, what is wrong with these girls? Do y'all see the daddy? Him and his wife stay away. Him and Sister Sarah, they stay away. And whatever her friend did, hallelujah, Jesus, let me tell you, whatever she did to Mr. Michael Braxton, it must have been good because he ain't went nowhere. I haven't heard no cheating rumors or nothing. He ain't been in the news. He been running his services. And Sister Sarah's sitting there in the front row with her orthopedic shoes. She ain't got no fake blonde wig on. She ain't got no lashes on. She got them orthopedic shoes on. Sitting there with the fan. Praise God. And Michael was in love. Totally opposite from Miss Evelyn. So I don't know what Miss orthopedic shoes over there doing. But them shoes got superpowers. Because she took your man girl without anything. With no BBL. Because she got a big booty anyway. She got a big country cornbread booty. And she know how to sit still. I don't even know if that lady got kids. But she's loving Michael. So everything Miss Evelyn told her, she did the exact opposite, and she kept Michael. That's why y'all better stop telling y'all friends y'all damn secrets about your man, because they paying attention. They doing this. And he did what? Girl, you lying. If I was you, I'd leave him. Ooh, hurry up, because I want that brother. They want your man. Stop thinking them women your friends. You going through something with your husband, take it to Jesus and leave it there. I learned that from my mama. You telling nobody about your bedroom and say, girl, he ain't doing this and he needed that Viagra and he this and that. You better shut your mouth. But anyway, y'all, that's what I think about the Braxtons, and I'll come back with some more of the Braxton story when I hear some more of it. But Ashley, I really believe Ashley is not telling the truth. My personal opinion, I think Ashley did have an encounter with Gabe. I'm just being real. He's not here to tell his truth. So she's just telling what she wants us to know and making him look all bad. But she waited till he died to do this. I got to feel it went a little further than what she's saying. For real, I really believe that. And I believe Tamar, brother Michael, was the person with Tamar and maybe his other sisters. Or it could have been one of her sisters, and I just hate to think about that. It could have been one of her sisters. And maybe that's why she got the attitude, because they probably don't want her to remember what she remembered, and that's why they baby her. Y'all notice that? They treat Tamar like a baby. Oh, Tamar just being Tamar, because they can't say too much or nothing, because Tamar will get mad, and she's going to spill the beans. This is why they don't really mess with Tamar. Because Tamar going to tell it. Don't cross me. And why do you think the mama stick to Tamar so much? Because now I'm starting to believe the mama is the overseer. I got Tamar, y'all. Y'all just chill. I'm gonna go stay with her. I'm gonna keep her calm. I'm gonna cook. Me and the baby gonna do a cooking show. Trina do your cooking show. We got this. You know, ain't nobody gonna ever find out. You know what I'm saying? Miss Evelyn keeping shit under control. Michael Sr. know everything. So did that wife. Maybe one day the wife will talk. Kevin, go to the tabloid, start your own show, and tell the Braxton secrets. We want to hear everything Traci told you. Because they sure trying to keep you quiet, Kevin. I want Kevin to tell everything. Why y'all think all of a sudden they hate Kevin? Did they hate Kevin when Traci was alive? Nope. That was brother-in-law. Soon she died, we can't stand his ass. Not only that, y'all dog Traci's son. Y'all used Kevin Jr. last shit y'all did, the last shows y'all did, and then y'all just got rid of him. Y'all don't even check on the boy. His mama go. I remember when he said he was homeless, and he had to go stay with Toni, I think, for a little bit, but none of the aunties would help him. They was mad about the funeral. Allegedly, they said they didn't go. I hear them say they did, but a lot of people said the Braxtons were not there because Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. did it the way they needed to do it to have closure. I know sometimes you got to do the people wishes, but they're gone. You got to be okay. And they didn't want to burn her. They didn't want to cremate her. So the sisters got mad. My sister would want to get cremated. First of all, that's her husband and her son. Let them do their thing. It ain't that damn serious. She's gone. So that's the reason why they selfish asses claim they didn't go to the funeral. It couldn't nothing keep me from my sister's funeral. I don't give a damn. They had her standing up by a tree. I'd probably be like, why y'all do that? But I'm going to be there. They don't make sense. These are some selfish women. I've never seen nothing like this in my life, and I thought my family was bad. You know what I'm saying? I was going to give y'all some stories about my family, but it'd take too long. But trust and believe what I say. Stuff like this happens in the family. I'm going to give you a little snippet. My cousin, and I said this before the video, and I hate to do this because my cousin is so sweet, y'all. And I don't like to put her on blast, but some stuff has got to be told. You know, some stuff you just can't take to your grave. And the whole family know this. She was married to a predator. She had 5 kids by a predator. She had 3 girls and 2 boys, right? And he went off to the military. He hurried up and took her from her dysfunctional family, which was my auntie house, and took her overseas to Hawaii. And allegedly over in Hawaii, he was touching several of his own children by her. And the only reason we found out is because one of his fellow co-workers that was in the military, little girl spent the night, and my cousin had cooked breakfast and was telling him to get up for breakfast, and the little girl wouldn't get up. So she went in there like, what's going on? Little girl crying. And she said, I'm bleeding. And she was like, oh, you must have started your cycle. And she was like, her husband snuck in there, mutilated that little girl. Body fluids was all over the bed. Her daddy was about to kill him. So he went to military prison or whatever you call it. He went to prison in the military. They gave him 5 years for that. And guess what my cousin did? She made her kids visit this man every time they opened that prison door. That's still your daddy. You see how women can be weak? She made them visit their predator, and a person who did that to a child. That's still your dad, because God wants us to forgive. Because she was so deep into church. They come back here. She get a divorce from him. He marries another woman who already had kids. This is why I be telling y'all, dumbass females, stop bringing people, I don't care how fine Keto or is, bringing them around your damn children. He started messing with her kids. That wasn't his kids. She finds out. She get a restraining order. He goes to the county jail. He gets out, knocked on her door and said, I just want to talk to you. She had a restraining order, right? He busts in there, grabbed her, trying to do something to her and one of her kids, and she picked up a Michael Myers knife out this big and stabbed him in his heart. He had enough strength to go to the car and made a 911 call and said, my wife just stabbed me, I'm about to die. And he died sitting up in that car. And guess what? When he died, the kids, oh, my daddy, R.I.P., my daddy, the best man in the world. She was all over there. My best friend, he was the best friend. He saved me from when I was a kid. He took me all over the different countries because he was in the military. They just praised this man like he hadn't done nothing. That's mental. You know what I'm saying? But also, before I go, the reason I haven't been on here in 2 days, I lost my very dear friend. Did she get time? I think it was self-defense. And if she did, it wasn't a year. Maybe she got a violation for allowing him to come over there. With matter of fact, I believe that lady got a year in the county jail. I believe she got a year in the county jail because she violated the restraining order and let him come over because she told him she let him come over. So that's the only thing. She didn't get a lot of time. No, I think she got about a year in the county jail. But I lost a dear friend of mine, y'all. She's like my little sister. I started mentoring her. Her cousin, Shanquell, the one I did the interview with, the Keep the Order Young one, is her cousin. He brought her to me one day and said, Nina, I need you to mentor my cousin. She like real out there. She wild. She young. And I think you'll be a good fit for her. Well, the day he brought her to me, this was in 2008. We sat up all night and talked. She slept on my sofa. And she got up and said, I want to cook for you. This girl can cook like my mama. Young girl. She was like 19 when I met her. And from that day, she became my little sister. Well, she had a lot of enemies here. A lot of things she did wrong. And I ain't going to talk about them. She ended up moving to Detroit, getting married. And she been over in Detroit for at least 5 years now. Well, I get a call from my baby girl, Gina, because Heaven and I kind of fell out. We fell out. We stopped talking for a while. But that still was little sis. You know? So I get a call from my baby girl, Gina, and said, Mama. She's screaming. She's crying. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm scared to hear what she got to say. What? She said, Mama, TT Heaven is dead. What? They found her in her bed. Hayden found her in her bed dead. Her 11-year-old son found her dead. They got to do an autopsy. They don't know what happened. Heaven was very depressed. My whole family is crushed because her mother was like a big sister of mine. And I didn't know it was her mother till like a year after I knew her, that her mother passed on. Her older sister passed on. The only one left now is her baby sister. So I was so hurt I couldn't even do a video because the thought of my little sister, and it ain't by blood, it's by love, is gone. I mean, we was like this. And I'm old enough to be her mother. She's only 38. I'm 56. But I mean, when my mother died, she cooked all the food. She kept the house clean. She made sure the kids was in order for me. It was times I couldn't get out the bed, and she'd come in here and just brush my hair, or she'd braid my hair for me. She'd run me some bath water. I'd get in the bathtub just as I she'd wash my back. I mean, she took care of me like I was just her child. She was such a damn joy in my life that we just was meant to be best friends. And all my children, even T and David, called her TT Heaven. And she showed me how to make this hot wing sauce for these wings, and I'm legendary for it because of heaven. It's called the heavenly sauce. So I think I'm gonna make this sauce and patent it in her honor, and see when her auntie allow me to put her face on it, because this sauce is the bomb. Everybody that know me, everybody that know my kids, make them hot wings with the heavenly sauce. They love it, love it, love it. Heaven, I'm going to miss you. I don't know when her funeral is going to be. They had a balloon release on Tuesday. I couldn't go because I just haven't had the strength to go. I'm still in disbelief. It ain't going to be real to me until I see her. I just don't believe she's gone. And we don't even know what happened to her yet. You know, I don't know if the family even go tell it, but I know she's not here anymore. So that's why I haven't done a video. Keep me up in your prayers. Pray for Heaven's sister named Diamond. Pray for her auntie Lori, her uncle Greg. They're the ones that raised her because her mother wasn't there, you know. But it's been real difficult. And I learned that life, man, the things I've been hearing and seeing in this last few days, a young 17-year-old was unalived. He was at a dang on, you know how when somebody died and they go back to the scene and they celebrated on that person's birthday? Well, a 17-year-old kid was unalived a year and a half ago. So all these kids went to the scene the other day, Saturday night, went to the scene to celebrate his life. So they all around where he was unalived at partying, having fun, and 100 rounds. I don't know who did it. 5 people was hit in one pass, and that was a 17-year-old kid who had a promising future, who had scholarships, very, very smart. It seemed like a stray bullet. He's gone. He died on the day of his friend's birthday, who he was celebrating his death. These people crazy. So I'm like, Lord, just take the wheel. I'm to the point, even with the Braxtons, Lord, take the wheel. It's so much going on in this world. It's just so corrupt. I'm listening to the stuff that's going on in Congress and in the White House. And now the truth coming out about Charlie, you know who. The truth coming out because I can't say certain names. And now Candace Owens afraid for her life. And she telling us if something happened to her, this is who did it. And I'm like, what kind of world are we living in? Father, it's time to come back now. Come on now. Come on. Expose these demons. Take them up out of here. Don't come back and get us yet. We ain't ready to go. Come back and get these demons. You know if they did that to Charlie. Because he was exposing people. And he was making people lose a lot of money. And he was asking for the Epstein list. He's no longer here, right? So you know Diddy ain't had nothing coming. For all y'all think it's about them women, no, it's not. Do y'all think R. Kelly got 30 years because some black ghetto women that was running around behind celebrities? No, R. Kelly didn't do something they wanted him to do. Most likely, been over. R. Kelly didn't do something. That's why R. Kelly just sitting there getting tortured. They trying to kill him in there. Why? He just the R&B king. Why y'all got to hit out on him in there? Make this make sense. If it wasn't for us, the people, R. Kelly wouldn't have been able to see a doctor. He was dying from having veins. If it wasn't for the people, he would be dead. Why do y'all hate him so much? Y'all gotta learn to go deep sea diving. Y'all have to learn to be critical thinkers. When you see something, hear something, I guess this is why people don't like me. Because as soon as I hear a story, this is what I do. I start analyzing the person that's telling the story. Then I start asking them questions. So you telling me that such and such and such and such and such and such. So how you know this? And what's your benefit of telling me this? I got to know the story. I don't just instantly believe stuff and run with it. Girl, you know, no. No, you got to tell me, where you get that from? And why you think that? So where was the father? I got to know details. And that's why a lot of people don't like me. Because they like, Nina, you be just going too far. No, you can't piss in my ear and tell me it's rain. Because if people got one of these, a tongue, they're capable of lying. I'm not instantly believing you a victim. I'm not instantly believing that you innocent. I got to know some details. Because I know too many people that have lied on people. I know too many people that lied on people. I know a friend of mine I grew up with, he just did 15 years in prison because he was pointed out in a lineup by a lady that got craped in our city after a club, a white girl, and she said, that's definitely him. It's him. He got 15 years, right? He was out with his boy, which is another friend of mine. Well, about 25 years later, his boy was in Texas. Good friend of mine. Craped a girl down in Texas. But now we got technology. So the DNA beamed here in Michigan from that situation. And it matched. Boom. It was his friend did it. He did 15 years and he let his friend do 15 years knowing it was him. And when the lady, they talked to the lady that said, pointed him out, you know how she remembered him? She remembered him with him. But she pointed him out. And they like night and day, they like kid and play. One is high yellow and one is real dark. The real dark one she pointed out, it was the high yellow one. And all she could do is get on the news and cry. I'm sorry, I made an awful mistake. And he did 15 years. And I just knew it was him. They don't look nothing alike. She just wanted to point out somebody. She was cranked. But it wasn't him. So that's what I'm saying. You can't just automatically say, yeah, he did it because she said so. One last thing before I go about Cassie. You know them escorts, right? They about to sue her saying they the victims. Because Diddy went to jail for transporting prostitutes. And they said, hold up, judge. Wait a minute. We the prostitutes. She ain't no damn prostitute. She was the girlfriend that was hiring the prostitutes. So she should be in jail with Diddy. So they pressing all the issues for Cassie to go to jail because my stomach growling. They trying to say she was the prostitute. They was like, no, we the prostitutes. So we're the victims. We the ones got transported by her and her man. Which makes a lot of sense. But she's sitting there writing letters. Please don't let him out. They said, no, that girl was calling us when Diddy wasn't around. She was enjoying everything we did. She the one came up with the idea for us to pee in her mouth. She said, Diddy never even opened his mouth. And she said, I want y'all to pee in my mouth. So it's a lot of stuff Cassie is lying about. But y'all all believe her and call her a victim. And them men telling the truth. They said, listen, I know for a fact she's not for a victim. Because you know how many times, like the Punisher. The Punisher said Cassie called him and he couldn't come. So Cassie said, can you send somebody else? And that's where he was crushed because he thought Cassie really liked him. So he sent another person to go punish her. And guess who wasn't there? Diddy wasn't there. So explain that, everybody. How can you have F-offs sometimes when you feel like it? Both of them women gave Diddy F-offs for his birthday gifts. How can you have F-offs when you feel like it? And then the other times I was a victim. But come on, man. That's like me saying I prostitute on Saturdays and Sundays, but he made me prostitute on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I wasn't a prostitute then. I was off work. That's exactly what she's saying. I was off work on them days. He made me do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I only do it on Friday and Saturdays. That's how absolutely stupid. But what y'all do? Oh, I'm so glad he didn't get 30 years for having a freak off with his girlfriend. And we ain't talking about domestic violence because that wasn't part of the damn trial. So y'all need to keep, he beat women. Okay, you know why they didn't charge him since y'all want to say that? Let me tell y'all why they wouldn't charge Diddy with domestic violence. Because Cassie used to beat his ass too. Diddy got pictures with scratches and stuff all over his face. He got stuff when she didn't bust him in his head. It's like Tina used to fight Ike. So they both used to. Why do you think people stay together that long? Because they fight each other and the makeup sex is good. Stop acting like she over there like this. Nah, Cassie was feisty. I seen a video. She was walking down the street. Diddy chasing behind her. And she's like, fuck you, Diddy. That don't sound nobody scared to me. He running behind her like a puppy. If he was like Turner, he would have been like, nah, Cassie. If your ass don't stop, I'm going to knock your head. She would have been terrified. Okay, Diddy. Now she said, F you, Diddy. Kiss my and shoot. She threatened other ex-workers, talking about she was going to kill them. Me and my man go kill you if you don't give up the video. Why you want the video, Cassie? Because the video showed you doing some stuff without Diddy. Y'all don't be knowing, man. Y'all just be listening to shit. Then y'all get mad at truth tellers. I'm a truth teller. Just like I said, Tamar, and y'all know I don't even like Tamar like that. Tamar is a true victim. That's what a victim, that's how a victim moves. That's how a victim behave. Either they act like Tamar or they real quiet and introverts and they timid. They either act like that or they're timid. They don't get on that social media. Yeah, and my auntie husband, yeah, he texted me and yeah, and I told my auntie Trina and she didn't want to believe me. And then my dad, my dad was real mean to me and my sister. So, I just didn't want to say nothing. No, victims don't do that. Nope. Because if you go tell anybody, it's going to be the authorities. It's going to be the authorities. So I don't believe it. I don't know about y'all, but that's my thing on it. That's what I believe. What do y'all think about the Braxtons? Let me know what y'all think. And I always got to throw Diddy and Cassie in there because it's like the same old thing. This is Hollywood, baby. This is what they do. Everybody sleep with everybody. Everybody do freak offs. Everybody stabbing each other in the back. Hollywood is so demonic and corrupt. And some stuff I done heard about why a lot of them people successful make me hate they ass. And I don't like hating people, but I'm like, I hate I even listen to your music because some of these people is the devil. And y'all wonder why your house is in chaos. Because y'all playing the devil music in your house and it's getting in your kids. And your kids is getting possessed and they going out here committing crimes. Yeah. But it's your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I love you all. Let me see who I can give a shout out to. Hey, Tyrone. You better call Tyrone. Hey, Emma. Call him. Kimberly, how you doing? Nina Gabe is not the father. Neither one of... What? Gabe is not Trina kid's father? Neither one of the kids. They have different dad. I know you lied. Who the daddy then? Where they daddy at? Why he don't never talk? What he know about the Braxtons? Kimberly just said Gabe is not Trina kid's daddy. I thought he was their daddy. Thank you, Jason, for praying for having family. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Peggy. Praying for your friend and family. Thank you so much. It's a hard one for me. Hey, TK. Little Timmy. Hey. Peggy. That's you and your family are... Hold on. I can't see y'all. Y'all know I can't see. Take these glasses off. Put on my glasses so I can see what y'all saying. It's a praying that you and your family are all doing well. And the rest of the chat. Okay, thank you. Let me see. Emma, good evening. Y'all see I gotta sit back. I'm old as hell. That's a damn shame. Sorry for your loss. LaShawn said, I enjoy Toni and Tamar as artists. That's about it. Would not be watching their reality show. I outgrown most of the reality shows unless it's something fun and Halloween. Right. I don't watch them shows either, y'all, because all they do is degrade black folks, especially black women. I don't watch that. Love and Hip Hop, Jocelyn Hernandez, a bunch of strippers trying to be famous, baddies, bunch of women fighting. I don't watch none of that mess, man. Just degrading black women. Let me see what TK said. TK said double tap your phone. Hit your like button. Double tap your phone. I gotta look like this, y'all. You see how they did my glasses? I look like Fred Sanford. They got my reading part because they thought I looked down on my computer. So my dang on eye doctor, these are my reading glasses, y'all. My eye doctor thought it was just some genius to say, well, I'm gonna put your prescription part at the bottom. Because you're always looking down on your computer. But what if I'm looking up and trying to read? So I gotta do like this. That's why I don't get some more glasses, because they stupid. Let me see about these. Hold on. These are my cheap glasses. I can see a little bit with these. Just a little better. We keep our business in the streets. Jax King said, Daphne, hey, she got deleted. I don't know what she was saying. Toni Braxton, Babyface wrote all her music. Toni should just got with Babyface. Shit. I think he liked Toni. Hey, Nina. Haven't been on here for a while. Oh, that's Daphne. I've been down. Hope your day is going great. Thank you. Sorry to hear about it. Keep your head up. This too shall pass, whatever you're going through. Hey, Carl. These chickens settling for anything these days. Yeah, they are. Look at your girl Cardi B. She got another rich man, but damn, Cardi. You gonna get a man got 3 other babies on the way, isn't it? Man, please. You might as well stay with Offset. That's just how I feel about it. He ain't gonna be no better than Offset. He got all them babies on the way. Hey, Janice. Did I agree with you about Michael? He seemed creepy. Always thought he was creepy and sneaky. Yep. Something weird about their brother Michael. Hey, Kim. There's something strange about their brother Michael. I wonder if he was the one who touched Tamar. I said that. I said it. Y'all heard it here first. Maybe Tamar will tell it one day. But like I said, and they said Ashley's sister, Michael's daughter, OD'd. They said Diddy's new record label, Hershey Highway. Huh? He got a new record label? The Bad Boys is done with it. Maybe. Yes, Nina. Dysfunctional Janice in the house. Hey, Fred. We have. What is your name? Pink Cats 29. Been a member 6 months. You hung in with our crazy self for 6 months. Girl, now you officially cray cray. We're gonna give you a cray cray badge. Oh my God. Gotta protect our values. Tasha. Good afternoon, Queen. I see you still thriving. I pray for you. You know what, y'all? Before I go, I be trying to make sure the videos, I swear I do. Before I go, I just want to let y'all know, prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. I don't care who y'all believe in, what y'all say ain't true. I know what works for me, and I know my God is real. I got the email saying my channel was going to be gone in 3 days. I'm still here. I did the appeal. I cried and prayed. I don't know if the email was real or not. They didn't respond. They just didn't say nothing. I'm still here. And I ain't going to keep saying, you ain't respond to me. I'm still here. So, hey, God worked it out for me. That's how I look at it. God worked it out. He went and talked to the CEO of YouTube. Like, hey, leave her alone. I don't know. But I'm still here. My channel still struggles, but I still have 66,000 subscribers. If all of them watch it or not, they still mine. Like, share, and subscribe. It's free. Subscription is not a fee at all. It's free. Becoming a member costs. Come on and be a member. I'm telling y'all, when I really get down to the nitty gritty and get everything in order like I want it, I'm going to be doing some juicy stuff with my members. We going to be, when I got something to talk about somebody, I'm be like, hey, meet me in the member closet. I'm about to be in the members only, and we going to talk about some good shit. So I'm telling y'all, if you want to be a member, check it out. Become a member. I don't know if the hype's still there. Hype the videos. Share, share, share. If you want to support the channel, if you don't have no financial means of supporting, just share it. Just subscribe. Push that like button. Those are the ways you can support the channel. It don't always have to be money. Favor is better than money sometimes. But I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Please make a comment. Tell me what you think about the Braxtons. And make it more than 3 words. Don't just say crazy. Tell me why they crazy. Tell me if you think Tamar is a true victim and what you think about their brother Michael. It's just crazy that a mother took her name off the birth certificate. That is weird. I've never heard that in my life. So that made me think, these kids, she hated them because she had more kids. What did you do to this lady, Michael? Makes you want to say, This is your girl Nina. I'll talk to y'all a little later. I'll be back with some more videos later. I got to go take care of some business. And I'll be back with some juicy, juicy videos later tonight. Y'all have a good one. Bye.